You do whatever you need to do.
All right. Guys, we're back with an... Guys, we're back here finally with an update episode because it's been such a long while since we've been talking with you guys. So, Lewis, just take it away. What's happening?
Okay, so I've written a wee bit here, so I'm going to read it out to you. Hello. That's what it starts with. First of all, I want to say sorry that we lied to you. We told you that this project was going to come out at the start of October this year, and it never did. And it's because of multiple malarkeys is the reason why it hasn't come out that early. Episode 2, though, will be out on the 8th of December, and the project will probably start in the third week of January. And there will be a new episode every 2 weeks from the January start, if that makes sense. We are going to have a break in June because Eivind is getting married. Massive beast. But we do plan on coming back in July for 3 episodes before the EGC 2025. Okay, so I'm not finished. We are a little bit scared that people are getting a bit excited about this project and podcast and all this malarkey. So we just I want to state a few points. We want to state a few points just to not hype people up too much, if that makes sense. So each episode is going to vary in length, and it's going to vary quite vastly, if that makes sense. Therefore, each video will be time-stamped, including the panel discussion, so you can jump to whichever part you want to within the episode if you only want to see a specific part. Most of the episodes, but not all, will start with a video on a certain juggling topic. These videos could be as simple as me setting up my phone and just interviewing someone, or it could be a more edited, full-blown documentary on a certain juggling topic. But all topics are very important, and we want to make them all the best for everyone, if that makes sense. We are also ultra super beast happy that we are collaborating with the EGC 2025. Each episode from January, we plan on either having an update with the EGC on how they are proceeding with the convention, or we will be announcing and then interviewing an EGC Gala Show member 2025. The last part of the episode, we will be having a panel discussion on that topic, on what the episode's about. And we do plan on having prizes and stuff like that, but bear with us, we are getting to all those points, if that makes sense. Okay, Eivind, I've finished my update.
Amazing.
You did good.
An amazing update, Lewis. It was really, really nice.
Thank you, Eivind.
Yeah.
But what I do want to say is that this has been an absolute mad year for you, Eivind. 2 massive projects, 2 massive goals. And from what you've been telling me about, it sounds like your juggling's complete.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
It honestly kind of feels like that. That my juggling is complete in the terms that I'm going to retire, but in terms of that, if I lost both my arms right now, I would be happy and satisfied with everything that I had accomplished throughout my juggling career, and that's a fact. I now recently did my 12-ring flash, which was amazing in itself, but it was more that this was kind of the last object that I really, really, really wanted to achieve within my juggling career.
You
like
have
9 clubs. Yeah.
You have the world record now, don't you? For the most clubs flashed. Who's the most clubs, balls, and rings flashed?
Yeah, combined. Yeah.
You know, nutter.
Now it's 33, an average of 11, which I find quite cool. Just imagine, that I juggle 11 balls and 11 rings and 11 clubs. Just it's quite a big average. Which I'm very proud about. And it was maybe not so much exactly that it was 12 rings that I did now, which kind of made this such a big deal for me, but mostly that it was the last thing that I kind of really knew in my heart, I am going to be able to do this if I put enough time. now with kind of the higher objects, it's more, it might happen, you know?
If anything, which one would you go for? Please say 10 clubs.
Yeah, it kind of must be, you know?
Well, Moritz is also inspired, so maybe you guys
Yeah.
can have a bit of a battle year on
It
10
would be
clubs.
cool though, like now with play juggling having a new body,
Yeah.
which might be better for catching.
Oh yeah, we'll discuss this. This is something.
Yeah. And also, Henrys are doing some really cool innovation now with carbon fiber dowels, which reduces the weights with like 15 or 20 grams, which is not that much, but it feels quite different. Because to be honest, it's so much more cool if you do it with normal clubs than with baby clubs or with sticks. It's we're not going to discuss that too much now, but to be honest,
we have a big discussion to do in a future episode about
because
that.
it comes a point where a club is not a club anymore.
Yeah, but where is that point?
Kind of the point kind of trying to make now. Not that I'm totally against having smaller clubs, but that it's just an issue with clubs in terms of defining them. But yeah, that was the one thing in terms of the juggling itself. And then it was also, of course, now winning the WGF Ultimate World Championship, which I worked really, really hard towards because I knew that I had some extremely good competitors and they did super well. It was so close, Luis.
Yeah, Eivind, you've told me the story, but you have to tell these guys the story.
It was...
Yeah, go for it. It's the whole 7-5. Where you going to do it? Where you're not going to do it? When you lose too many points, and then it became go on, express yourself, expose yourself.
Because the main event was on a Sunday in Paris in the summer, and on Friday we had kind of a preliminary round, or what you call it. You know, we did everything exactly how it was going to be on Sunday. And we got results on that day as well. And during that Friday, Christian Houhová ended in 4th. Then, Jonah in 3rd, me in 2nd, and Spencer in 4th. And I think I got like 40 points. Spencer got 44. Jonah got 38. I think Christian got like 32 or something. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But then Sunday came, and Christian Houhová does his ball routine. He did it better than anyone did on Friday. And then Jonah comes, and Spencer, and he does it better than Christian. And then Jonah comes, and he does it better than Spencer. Then I come, and I do it better than Jonah. It was like everyone was just pulling their A game. And then it was the same for rings, where Christian just did it super good. And then Spencer did it really good, and then Jonah did it really good, and I did it really good as well. I think both me and Jonah did rings dropless.
Wow. Mad.
So we came to the last round. I was in the lead. Christian Houhová did his routine, and then it was Spencer who did an amazing club routine, really, really good. And then Jonah, he did... I think he did one dropped on his last move.
What was that?
It was a 5 club 3-up 720. And he decided to not attempt again.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And then it was my turn. It felt quite a bit more shaky with clubs than with the other props. And I was kind of thinking like, I'm in the lead, so I just need to... I was more kind of thinking about avoiding mistakes instead of maxing the potential points. That makes sense.
Yeah,
I was just
sense. Tell the viewers how many points you lose for a drop and how many points you gain.
Yes.
That's so important because that really explains what's going through your nuts.
Yes. So basically, it differentiates a little bit, but usually with today's rules, one drop is, or if you drop in general, no matter if you drop 1, 2, or 3 at the same time, one drop is 1 point lost. And it's some exceptions if you only drop one object and you collect everything else and the judges think the pattern was clean enough that it can be considered as a silly drop, you lose half a point.
Wow, I never knew that.
which is also new this year. But so when Jonah dropped, he lost 1 point, and then he could attempt to move once again, which would give maybe like 0.4, 0.5. I'm not quite sure, something like that. I try my last move. It was 7-5 with 6 clubs, and I drop, and I was like, should I try again? And then I calculated in my head, okay, if I try again and I drop, I lose 1 point. If I try again and I get like 0.22 or something. And I was like, oh, it feels shaky. No, it's not worth it. I think I'm ahead. So I go to the interview stand right after. Jason's asked me why I didn't attempt it. And I was like, it just didn't feel right in the moment. And then I ended up saying, hopefully, I'm not losing with less than 0.2 points. And then 1 hour later, they were announcing the final results. Christian came in 4th. He went from 32 points to like, I think 38. People can check this up.
That's amazing.
But big increase.
Yeah.
Spencer, he was in the lead on Friday with 44. On Sunday, he got 46, but he got 3rd place.
Whoa, that's mad.
Yeah. And then Josh Fortin said, it has never been less difference between 1st and 2nd place ever in the WGF history. Only 0.11 point difference. And I'm just freaking out in my head. I'm like, why did I drop, or why didn't I attempt the last move once more, you know? Because now I was like, this is gonna make it or break it. And for reference, like a small step is 0.02 points, and a big step is 0.05. So just 6 small steps. That's the difference between 2nd and 1st place. Like nothing.
Mad.
So, but it ends up me getting close to 51 points and Jonah a little bit less, 50.8 something. I don't know. And I ended up taking it. But it was so close, and everyone did so well. And I just have to feel humbled about it. It was a great company to be in, and for sure, like it really could have gone to anyone. Just it was just in the details that day, and I performed good, which was very fun.
You did perform good. It sounds like all of you did, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that the first time you met Jonah?
Actually, yes.
That was the first time I met Jonah too. Straight afterwards, because he met me at the IGA.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
So, 2024 was the year that me and Eivind meet Jonah.
Yeah, because Christian Houhová I met so many years ago, and Spencer I met the year before, I think, on BJC.
Wow, was that the first time you met him?
That's the first time, yeah, because I've
I met
competed
Spencer
with
before
Jeff
you,
before, but never against him or Spencer, only against Christian Houhová.
That's mad.
Yeah.
So it's 2023, Eivind, we both met Spencer. 2024, we both met Jonah. 2025, who are we going to meet that we've not met yet?
We're going to meet Nikolai Gerasimov.
Okay. Is that the insane ring juggler?
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, that guy. Okay, we're going to do a documentary or something on that guy then.
That would be sick. But yeah, basically now, as I said, if I lost my arms today, I would be very pleased with everything that I have accomplished, and I'm not going to stop making myself goals. I'm not going to be like, no, I'm never going to try to qualify 8 clubs or qualify 9 clubs or flash 10. Or I've said in the past to some of my friends that I'm never going to, that they have to stop me if I tried 13 balls because I was so so tired of 12 balls when I got it. So we'll see about that. But let's see what happens now.
Let's see what happens. I am very excited. How old are you? You're 26, 27?
I'm 26, yeah.
26. So, Eivind, you've still got...
I still have years left.
Yeah, you got years left, man.
Still have 10 years left where it should be possible to improve.
Yeah. That is exciting.
It very much is.
Yeah.
But, Lewis, you mentioned briefly that we're going to publish an episode on December 8th.
Oh yes, we are.
Would you mention a little bit of that, like a small teaser, what you're going to see?
So it's also been posted on the Instagraminators. Literally, I'll literally put the Instagram video in this little edit. In 2022, me and Moritz, we started doing like head bouncing lessons where he's never head bounced before, and then he improved like a madman. Obviously, he's had the head balancing skills prior to that, and we kind of do a bit of a what do you call it, a documentary?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. Well, anyway, we've made some kind of video where we're talking about why I think he might have improved so fast and how he has learnt so fast. Yeah.
I have of course watched it, and it's so much stuff that's being mentioned about head bouncing that I've never thought about before. But actually, Lewis, it's so much for me, so many new things and so many new thoughts and perspectives about the difficulty of the different things and what they should practice and why. And some of you guys might have seen one YouTube video of mine that's called Grindy 15s, where I tried to learn something where I practice 15 minutes for one specific thing, and I do it for 10 days. And I tried that once with head bouncing, but one problem that I never got rid of, even though I was getting a bit better, was that I was only able to bounce the same at the same beat as I was throwing. And I said it so many times during those days, this is so difficult. I'm still struggling with this. I still struggle with this. I still struggle with this. But I was aware of it, but I couldn't fix it. And you have said so many things in this new episode that I'm like, this would probably fix it. And if I could go back and learn, do 10 days of 50 minutes, but with you as a coach, I'm very certain that would improve more.
The really cool thing about this is that we're lucky because it's very, very, very rare that no one has, because Mo's never tried head bouncing before. To have someone who's never tried head bouncing, to see them from very start to the very end is so rare. Even someone who wants to learn to juggle, they've tried to juggle before, but from someone at the very, very start, you can really break down and get rid of the bad habits from the get-go. So
and also not just that we have a guy that's fresh with head bouncing, but we have an extremely talented juggler that's fresh with head bouncing. That's a huge difference.
You could do it. It was going to be a successful story, no matter what happened.
Yeah.
I just didn't realize. I don't know about you, but did not expect. What we saw next.
Those some of those moves, or maybe that move. It's it's insane. You guys should be excited for that.
There's actually, it's not just that. This is the only episode, but it's not just the episode. It is also going to have 9 separate episodes of coaching sessions where we'll get. I'm not going to say any more. Just watch the episode if you're interested.
So maybe you guys now understand why some of these things are taking a little while, because we are diving way too deep. But that's just who we are. Okay. In the community now, Lewis, it's many things going to happen soon now. It's the European Championship in Fight Night is happening very soon. I'm wondering if it's actually happening this weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
So it's, I think they are, I might say wrong now, but I think they're gathering like the top 8 women and top 8 men.
Wow.
To those that are ranked the highest in Europe at the moment, and bring them all together for one final tournament to actually determine who's the best, not just by ranking, but in terms of the tournament. Cool. It's hosted by Luke Burge. I think it's a very cool thing that he's doing.
So cool. We should probably even have an episode about it.
Yeah, or just about Fight Night. Why not?
Fight Night, even about him, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's also using his Patreon money and stuff to get people to come. Yeah, it's it's really inspiring what he's doing for the community. And
Yeah.
not only that, but right after that, of course, one thing that will happen this year, which is happening every year for so many years,
Yeah.
is top 40.
Do you know what? I've just thought of this right now. When he said so many years, I wonder if there's anyone that's been on top 40 who wasn't even born by the first time he brought it out. Does that make sense?
Oh,
When did he start? When did he start doing it? Was it 2007?
let me do some research, Lewis.
There's a-
No, I think before that, because
I
I'm
think there
wondering
is.
if the first like YouTube video is something like 2008 maybe, but he had a list on BJC many years before.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
he
yeah.
has talked about.
Yeah.
Um,
I reckon there's at least one person on the list who has been on the list who wasn't even born before it started. After, you know what I mean?
okay, this poll originated in 2003 when David Malpress posted a survey on rec juggling.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay, so definitely 1 million%. That's
And then, asking participants to put down their 10 favorite jugglers. Luke decided to count up the votes and make a rough list of the top 40 jugglers and posted the results in the form of a transcript of an imaginary TV show. That's so cool, though.
That's, this is 2023. No, sorry, this is 2003.
Yeah,
We're
so
talking about
21
this.
years ago. So Luke Burge and David Malpress. I don't know who this is, but that's really cool.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is either. David Malpress.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah. Interesting.
Let's go back here. But yeah, top 40. It's so many people that could be rewarded this year highly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we're going to mention any specific names now, but it's a lot of cool things that has happened, Lewis. And we're probably going to talk more about some. Like, people can probably get some ideas when I pick out soon the golden nuggets.
Yeah. And
Because there's many people that need to be mentioned in a way.
just one thing about the golden nuggets for everyone is that I'm not on social media. So this time I do know what he's going to show in the golden nuggets because Eivind's going to collate this. But in future episodes, I am not going to know what he's going to show because I don't see anything anymore. So that's going to be an exciting moment to see my first reaction of the nuggets.
Of course, sometimes when it's on YouTube, you might see it.
Oh, if it's on YouTube, I'll see it. Yeah.
Yeah. But not Instagram and the other platforms.
Facebook and Instagram. Is it anything new? Is there TikTok juggling videos now?
I'm 100% sure it is, but I'm actually not on TikTok because I use enough time as it is on Instagram, so I don't need TikTok to be honest.
Okay, I'll get TikTok. I'll get TikTok. Yeah.
You can get TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get OnlyFans.
No.
Okay, we stopped there.
Yeah, we stopped there. Okay, we have top 40, where you can vote for your top 10 favorite jugglers of the year, who you enjoyed the most. But then we have something else that's run by Zach McAllister and more. I don't know the names of everyone there, but they have something called Juggling Awards, which includes many more different categories. It's like, for example, the best long category film or documentary, or it can be the best short film, or it could be the best trick or the best silly trick, or best video of the year, best YouTube channel of the year. It's so many things.
Cool. It's cool. The amount of what goes into it as well.
Yeah, and they usually premiere it as really like an Oscars in a way.
Yeah.
And they put a lot of effort into it. So please go to I think it's something like Juggling Awards. I think it's just called that on Instagram. And check them out, and then you can put down your votes there. Let's see, Juggling Awards. It's just called Juggling Awards. No space, no nothing. Super simple. Go there and follow, and you're probably going to get some updates on it quite soon. Yeah, that's 3 things, Lewis.
Yeah.
But there's more.
Oh, yeah, this is cool. Okay, you say first. I'm interested in something. You go.
Yeah, because it's going to be, or it is happening right now, a WGF online competition where you're able to participate in, it looks like 4 different categories. I can just double check to see that everything I'm saying is correct. Let's
You're
see
not
here.
competing, Batman.
So there, and let's see. Yeah, it's many things here. So there are multiple new events. One of them is called the compulsory event, which is basically consists of doing 5 moves or 5 combinations that's being listed on the WGF website. And this competition is it puts a lot of thought into how well do you do those moves. So it's really a calculation of the execution times the difficulty in a way.
Okay, interesting.
And you're only going to do 5 moves / combinations is kind of the thought here.
I quite like that.
Yeah, I think it's a cool one. But to be honest, when I look through what the different moves are worth, it's
this is another episode.
Yeah, but that's because I think it needs to be worked way more on the point system itself. That's my opinion. But the concept, cool. I think it's quite cool.
Cool.
It's a new concept, and I applaud them for trying new things. But it needs more refinement before. Yeah, it should be refined a little bit more before it got put out.
Do you know who's competing?
I don't know. No.
Anthony Gatto?
I don't think so.
Can you imagine?
But then we also have the synchro competition.
Wow. Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the same. I'm wondering if that's kind of the same format as well, but just that 2 people do it simultaneously. Can you say the word for me? Simultaneously.
I'll say it. I'm English. Simultaneously.
I can't say it. So, I love when you help me out with my English, Lewis.
I'm pretty certain I got it on there. I'm pretty sure.
So that's a new thing. It's kind of like synchronous high diving or something.
Yeah, that's interesting. That is actually quite cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that will be interesting to see who will participate. I've seen a clip from Lauge and Kevin.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got told. Yeah, because I've been talking to David a wee bit. Yeah. Haslam.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully they will join.
Yeah. Maybe me and you should join.
Yeah.
Is there any chance you could do clubs and I could do balls, but minus 2 balls? So you do 7 clubs, I'll do 5 balls.
Let's see here, but it's. Are there only 3? There are only 3 club moves. Looks like.
Cascade. Reverse
cascade. 5 club 503 16 into singles, 5 club back crosses, 5 club 664 into back crosses. But I haven't really read through all the rules for the synchronous yet, though. So I can't confirm things too much on that before I
like the idea of being a bit more open so people can be creative.
Yeah.
It's a bit famous. Because you can be really creative with a WGF style. Like Doug. Doug was creative.
Who?
Jonah too.
Yeah.
All of them. Delaney, Spencer.
Yeah.
You can really be creative with side swaps and the numbers and combinations, pirouettes, all the combinations. Yeah.
Very much agreed. You don't need to have an entirely new concept to have something new going on.
Massively.
In a way.
Yeah. Massively. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the one. And then you have team endurance, juggle as many as possible for as long as possible. And also the same with endurance. But they have a different rule now. So they have a starting, like you start at 7 clubs, start at 8 rings, and start at 8 balls, I think.
Okay.
And you have up to 3 attempts. And if you are able to get at least a qualify, you're able to move on to one more object. So everything is
Okay.
from qualify on. But it's a catch. You need to collect everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if I do 8 balls and I get a run of 16 catches and I stop, nice. But I try again and then I drop and I try again and then I drop, then I have no run at all and I can't attempt 9.
So why would you just not stop then and just say you've done it to move on
Yeah.
to the 9?
That's the thing. Like then you could just stop, and you could move on to 9, and you can attempt to get a qualify with 9, for example. How they've made the rules, in a way, they could work when it's live, but the thing is, with 7 clubs, you have maximum 3 attempts, but you can choose yourself when you choose that the video is starting, right?
Oh, so, Eivind, that's silly. I mean,
yeah.
I could do it 50 times.
Yeah.
And 47, 48, 49.
Yes. Yeah. and also, let's just make up an example that if let's say I do a qualify of 8, I do a qualify of 9, and then I do a qualify of 10, okay? Let's just say that rings, for example. If I get it, then I can attempt 2 attempts more to see if I get 22 catches, for example, and just cut the video.
Yeah.
So
that's a funny one.
So here again, it's a system that could work live, but it's not put enough thought into because there are these holes, these gaps that needs to be filled.
How do you even win? Like, let's say it was Tom Whitfield against Erik, and they both qualified 10.
Yeah.
Let's say Tom got 21 and Erik got 20. Would that mean Tom would win?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So it only depends on the highest amount of catches with the highest amount of props.
And it has to be over qualify.
It has to be over qualify, and it has to be a collect. You have to collect everything.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure, or it doesn't say specifically if, let's say, me and you both qualify 9 balls, we get 18 catches, but I do 17, or you do 17 catches with 8, but I do 16 catches.
Oh, who wins?
It doesn't say that you would win, but I think that makes sense that you would win. But here the rules aren't clear about that.
That is funny because, it's interesting.
Yeah, I don't think I'm quite for the system in a way because I feel like it limits. It becomes chess in a way, especially when it's live. But also the rules with maximum 3 attempts and stuff, a lot of it doesn't really work
video
when you can film.
There might be some rules like you have to walk over to the camera. I don't know, it's still a bit funky.
It doesn't say that now.
It does not. Okay. Yeah. It's a funky thing,
But that could be. But then again, like that could be something, that could fix it. But when it's not in the rules, then I don't think you should have to follow something that's not in the rules.
Yeah. I'm with you. I agree with you, Batman.
In a way. But it's cool that they're trying new things, and they're also coming to the EJC 2025.
Yeah.
That will also be very interesting to see.
Yeah.
I still hope to be honest, that some of the rules regarding the routines will change, because I'm in favor of quite a bit, and then it's also some things I'm like, I really want this to be a little bit in another way to make it easier for people to join and to participate. But I can only make suggestions in a way. Yeah.
I really like the idea of us getting Jason on this TV show podcast,
and
having a discussion, and we get other people involved in it as well.
Yeah. Because I think it would be cool if it because now we have like WGF affiliates, like representatives in different countries, but it's not as far, to my knowledge, it has only been one meeting with all of the affiliates many years ago. So
are you the Norwegian?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, correct. So it would be, I would like all the affiliates to be way more included, you know, with the new rules, new competitions, new things happening, that it's not, oh, I can read something online.
Something that I found, if you give people a responsibility, that creates passion within someone for a given whammy.
Yeah, I think so as well.
You include people. Whoa, I feel welcome. Whoa, I want to change the world. Whoa, let's be if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I also think so. It needs to be way more community based in a way. And it could be so great because like Jason is so good at getting like super high production quality, getting sponsored, getting this and that, knowing these and those people. Like he's so great at it, but it needs to include more people that are inspired to like make it great if it's going to be great.
And they need to be allowed to. There's a whole episode here. There's so much because it's WGF is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So much to discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let's get Jason
it just needs to be tweaked, but
yeah. So
but that's how it is. That's my and some of your thoughts at least. But yeah, Lewis, one of the reasons why also things are taking quite a while is because of this amazing documentary that you've been working on for a long time now.
Yeah, about so we're making a documentary on Delaney. And we are hoping it's going to be good. We'll see what happens. And we plan, there's a whole team of people, also including Delaney, like to get it done by the end of December. That is the 100% goal, and I'm going to try my very best to get that done. But this isn't an episode where episodes can say, oh, it's like if we're making this podcast episode, doesn't need to be perfect. The documentary, we all want it to be perfect and the best. So it doesn't really matter how long it takes us, but we need to get it done fast, if you know what I mean. But it needs to be the best. That is the aim. So yeah, hopefully that becomes out. Again, don't get too excited, because I feel if you're super excited about something, you come to it as, oh, it's good, but it's not that good. And then you're already on a downer. So you want to start low. I'm not looking forward to this, and then you'll get a buzz. That makes sense. Yeah.
The main thing we will ask of you guys, though, is to click on it. Click on it, watch some few minutes, and if you like it, you can continue to watch the rest, and it will be good. It will be good, but for sure, check it out. It's the Delaney Bayles we're talking about. She has done some amazing things this year. That's probably going to be mentioned in the documentary, but check it out because she's a truly amazing juggler in so many ways.
I really like Delaney. Have you met her?
I have not.
Well, Eivind,
I have not met her.
Wow.
And to be honest, I felt like I knew so little about her until, except for her level, of course, until Taylor Glenn's interview with her. And I'm like, there I start to see more of the personality. I was like, whoa, you know? Yeah. She also seems really, really cool. And also I've been, when you were at the IJ and stuff, we were talking a bit back and forth, like FaceTiming, and then I was able to talk briefly with her. That's the only thing. Yeah. So never met her.
No. She's great. Because she's great, it inspires me to make the documentary the best ever. Yeah. Well, as good as I can make it be, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, Lewis, I think we are now at the golden nuggets.
Exciting.
Yeah.
A good golden nuggets. A lot of golden nuggets, actually.
It's a lot of golden nuggets, Lewis.
Get some more Pringles.
So, Lewis.
Yes.
I'm wondering, have you seen the video from Guillaume Karpowicz?
I have. Oh, wait. Say the name again.
Guillaume Karpowicz.
Diablo Monkey.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
Not sure if he's a monkey, though, but for sure he's insane.
Yeah, so insane.
Okay, so basically, it's a video of his last, 7 or 8 years of Diablo. Like, suddenly, at least from the online community, he kind of disappeared in a way with kind of videos and stuff. And he has just been working on developing his Diablo skills. And suddenly he publishes this video. which is so insane. At one time, like now suddenly he has the official 4, 5, and 6 Diablo world record. He's now the first in the world to do 7 Diablos. Everything is high though. Yeah.
Well, not, I'm sure I saw a video on YouTube of him doing like the world record of 3 Diablos 2 high.
Oh,
It's like a million hours long or something.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's the
but
world,
it
world record.
surprised me.
Yeah. That wouldn't surprise me either.
Like, but this video, it's just the runs are so insane. He like I don't even do Diablo, so how much do I know? But of course, us being jugglers, we have of course been around Diabolists a lot, and we've seen a lot of Diablo. Even though I'm not sure if you know how to do 2 Diablos, do you?
No. Do you?
No, I like.
Are we talking about a Diablo video?
Like 15 catches or something.
But let me say something. When they do this like suicide beast boom boom, I don't know what's going on. But when they do the high, it's like one hand juggling. So when they do like 8-4, 8-4, or high, middle, low with, if you know what I mean, you can understand that coming from a juggling perspective. And that's a lot in the video. Like 975 to 1 with 5 Diablos high. You can kind of understand that in your head because, well,
it's so high.
Yeah, it's so high. Yeah, it's insane.
And also he was, I think, it was quite close at doing it as well, like a B97530. Like I think he attempts it at least or something. And also he does like a 4 Diablo, but every Diablo is shifted 90 degrees, and he throws 90, throws 90, throws 90, and just walks in a circle with 4. Like, it's not that many years ago, Lewis, where seeing 4 Diablos online was like, what is happening when it was high, and also with 4 Diablos low. Like Diablos, the level has exploded, like way more than juggling. I'd say
he's also very creative.
Yeah, amazing. We have so many more gold nuggets. It's been too long, but I've only picked like top notch stuff. Ameron, Rosvall, Sin Umbra, and like, it's so insane. Have you seen it?
Yeah, of course I've seen it.
Yeah.
4x Albert's balance beast.
It's so stupidly good.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when I saw the trailer for it. It was like a 1-minute trailer or something, and I was like, "Oh my, he's publishing a video!" And I was so excited, like to sit down and watch like a 4 or 5 minute video from Ameron Rosvall.
40 minutes
and
long.
Then some few days later, he uploads a video which is over 40 minutes long of condensed, good juggling with so many different concepts, so many different props, so many new props, and all these props, he has not just attempted them to figure out the most
that's the
trick
thing.
that makes sense. He has pushed them to their capabilities.
It's as if these new props aren't just the first edition. He's done it. You like it. I'm going to put it away, spend another 100 hours making it a wee bit better. It's not perfect. Another 100 hours, then it's the real deal.
And also the filming as well.
Yeah, he's great.
Like everything is just. It's such a good video or film even. Just the creativity is just for the creativity alone. You should watch it.
Yeah,
and just for the technicality of the like how difficult the things are, you should watch it. And when you have that combined, it's just wow.
It's not just it's creative in like different ways. Creative with the props, then creative with using the props in different ways, and then the creative side of the juggling aspect, which is like, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, and the filming and the editing.
Yeah, the whole shebang. You have to watch it.
you have to watch it.
You'd be a little bit silly if you like juggling so much. You'd be silly not to watch it because ideas will come to you throughout the video. So get a little pen and piece of paper and write down, I like this, I like that, I like that.
Yeah. It's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. During this summer's Norwegian Juggling Convention,
Yeah.
we had the Numbers Juggling League, the live event. And for the first time, not just at a Numbers League event, but in a juggling competition itself, someone were able to juggle 12 balls. Erik Toll from Sweden, he went on stage. He had 2 minutes, and he was able to flash 12 balls. And also within those 2 minutes, he did 12 balls, 14 catches. And if I'm not mistaken, his record with 12 balls at the time was 15.
Wow. Was it sync? Was it sync that you did it in?
Yes, sync.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think he had 15 in async. So I think he tied his record in sync.
Wow.
And like just 1 year before that, in April on BJC 2023, then Simeon Graham became the first person ever to juggle 11 balls in a competition.
Yeah, that's mad.
And 1 year later, we have 12 balls in a competition.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Years, yeah. 13 balls next year.
That would be amazing. Stuff, and it also has been 8 clubs in the Numbers League.
By you?
No, I haven't.
Let me guess. Don't tell me who. Was it at the Norwegian Juggling Convention?
Yes. And more competitions as well.
By the same person?
Never by the same person.
I think it was Harvard at the Norwegian one.
Yes.
Yeah. And where was the other one? And I'll guess who it was.
So the British Juggling Convention and the Japanese Juggling Festival.
Spencer at the British.
Yes.
And the Japanese one. It was not Masahiro.
No.
I can't say his name. Kentakio?
Kaito Tanioka.
Yes, that guy. Yeah.
And one more person.
Where?
Japan.
Oh, is it one of the two? Oh no, wait. Kantiyo guy is a twin, isn't he? Was it? It wasn't you, was it?
I have tried in competition multiple times, but I've never been able to do 8 clubs in a competition.
I do not know who it is.
I can tell you the guy is not Japanese. He's European. But he was in Japan and competed.
Oh shit, was Dominic there?
He
Oh,
was
it's
there.
Eva! It's Eva! Oh
Yes.
my god, I should have known that. Bloody hell. Do you know what? I should have known that. Of course. Yeah. Nice.
So that's really cool.
That's really
So
cool. Yeah.
one American, and then also a previous WJF, then both Spencer and Moritz Rosner have been able to do 8 clubs. Yeah. So I think it's 5 people in total that have been able to do 8 clubs in competition. 2 of them are Norwegian, and I'm not one of them.
That's mad. That's actually mad.
Norway.
Harvard do it in 9-7, and Eva did it in Fountain.
Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
And Kaito did it in Fountain, and Moritz and Spencer did it in 9-7.
9-7. Yeah.
Okay, that's that. Anežka, I don't know her last name, but from the Czech Republic, she just published a run. I think it was of 27 catches or something with 9 balls. Like, I feel like it came out of nowhere. Yeah. It's so good. I talked with Meryl, and it's very close to presumably the women's record with 9 balls, which was held which is held by Maria from Ukraine, which we were discussing earlier, Louis.
Yeah.
She has 30 something. I think she wrote 33 or 32 catches. But Anežka is just pushing so hard. She has now, I think, the 10-ball female record with like 12 catches, and now this 9-ball run. Like she's going to overtake me any day now with ball numbers juggling. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
How's the pattern? I've not seen the clip.
Like her technique is properly good. Like
that's exciting, and she's young.
Yeah, she's young.
22.
And her
22, 21.
Yeah, at max, I think.
At the max, maybe.
Yeah. I think she's some years younger.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know exactly her age, but her technique is real good. So she's not going to be limited by her technique the next years.
That's really
And
good then.
she's not at her limit.
That's really good.
And yeah, I really want more. What should I say? For some reason, within the juggling community, the boys, or mostly of the guys that are interested in numbers juggling, are boys. But I think that's also a big part. Just there's not too many girls that are publishing too much about numbers juggling at this very moment. But now, when we are starting to have Anežka, we also have Meryl, who's doing a lot of really good work with collecting different records and also joining at different competitions and events. And
we should have a discussion with Miro on this.
Yeah.
About, because she's got a list. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just find it so good because I would love to have a bigger diversity of kind of the project that I'm kind of running now, and also with Tom, because now it's so much kind of boys in a way, and seeing this is, it's really cool. It really inspires me.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, numbers, Lewis. I'm so glad. I really enjoy numbers juggling, and when finally something really big happens there, I have to mention it. And we're not short on numbers juggling the last period, because Daniel Lysenko from Ukraine just became the first person to ever publicly upload a 13-ring flash.
In Cascade.
Yeah. It's boom. It was so amazing, such a big moment. We've heard for many years that Albert Lucas has done a 13-ring flash before, but so few have seen it, even though it was official by like Guinness World Records and stuff. But now the wait was finally over, and Daniel Lysenko uploaded it, and so much power. And yeah, I'm just so happy for him. And like, when he got it, I was like, I need to do 12 rings. I need to do I just got this crazy boost. Like, now I need to go for it.
Cool.
But yes, he did 13 rings. And then 1 month later, Albert Lucas now decides, let's publish it. And he publishes his 13-ring flash. It's in sync. It's so massive, and it's amazing. It came out with an article that David Kane made as well. Quite good. Like, it's really a well-made article with different video clips. One 10-ring qualifying in competition, which I've never seen before, because I've seen one before, but it was a new or it was an older one as well. Maybe the first time I did it.
In sync?
Yes, in sync.
Are all of his numbers in sync?
That's a good question. I get the impression that he's for sure specialized in sync, but I haven't talked too much about him regarding sync, async, cascade, stuff like this.
Sure. We'll link the article in the description.
Yes, that would be nice.
Because David Kane is another guy who adds a lot of effort with all these articles.
So much.
Over the years, before we were born, probably.
Yeah, probably.
And I'm like 9 years older than you or something. So,
so yeah, he published it, and his technique is amazing. When I look at kind of an efficiency perspective, just his arm movement and how he uses his legs and his foot movement. It's not like any Ukraine style, and everything is about looking as elegant as possible. But he's every part of his body is doing what it needs to do it as efficiently as possible. We have talked about doing an episode about technique, but his technique is extremely good. Which was really cool.
We need to do one on technique, because we were talking about earlier, weren't we, that what is good technique?
Yeah,
that's another question. Is
it just that it looks good? Is it just that it's centered?
Exactly. What is it? Because it's efficient. Is it the most efficient? What are the? Yeah, it's interesting. That would be a good one to have a panel discussion of numerous technical jugglers, and also other jugglers who.
Because it's possible to have great technique but juggle ugly.
Yeah.
is my
Definitely,
statement.
yeah.
That's so possible.
Yeah. Fudging timing. You can have uneven timing, which makes a pattern
You're
more
juggling better.
effective and more efficient. And yeah, it's such a opinionated, but what is good juggling technique?
Yeah.
That is the question. We're gonna
Yeah.
try and find out one day in the future.
Yeah. We have so much to discuss, Lewis. I think for now, this is probably where we wrap up this update episode. Many things are going to happen in the future. It will be great. But now we're going to try and call Erik Toll and Tom Whitfield to see how they're coming along with their 14-ball flash and their and Tom's 12-ball qualify. You might see us with different clothes if we're not reaching them this very night. But apart from that, thank you so much for joining in on this update episode. And
Danke.
see you at the 8th of December.
Go for it, Batman.
Hello, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you guys?
Good, thanks.
I'm really good. What about you, Lewis?
I'm doing great, thanks. Danke.
Yeah. So, Tom, now it's been a long while since last time we spoke about your goal to become the first person to ever do the 12-ball qualify. What has happened between all of these months? How have you improved or declined or stayed stationary, or what has happened?
Yeah, I'll try and give an overview. It has been a while. So I guess after the interview and stuff, I had fairly good few weeks of training, and then obviously I got 20 catches. So that was going well. And then I felt like I needed to shake things up a bit after that. So in June, I spent all of June focusing on 14. It was mainly a learning process. I didn't get that many close attempts, but like I think I learned a lot about training and stuff. I ended up with overuse injuries, and I got past that, and that's fine. Then I had some good training, like went to the Norwegian convention, some good weeks of training. Then at EJC, I had like the worst juggling convention ever. Like at some point, I don't know, I changed so many things about my training that I didn't know exactly what had gone wrong, but things had gone wrong in the summer. So then after EJC, I ended up just like, let's get back to what was definitely working before. So mainly went to my previous training, which is like what I discussed in the interview before. Just trying to get in some like consistency. Was doing that. It was going pretty well. Lewis, you had a question?
I was going to say, that's interesting. Is it easy for you to explain what you changed?
Yeah, I can go into it. Like, so I spent June working on 14. So I was thinking like my training needs to change a bit because I've got a different goal. I was basically just trying to like ramp up the kind of speed and strength sort of stuff. Like I was using wrist weights with higher numbers, part of what contributed to the overuse injury for sure. I'm still going to the gym and then doing the same amount of juggling. So that was way too much. Then I ended up taking down the gym kind of stuff and doing just like more juggling, just more like very specific training. So at the end of June, when I was done with 14, I kind of continued the same kind of mindset a little bit. Like I wasn't going to the gyms often. I was doing more just focus on the juggling. And it was going well for like 12 for a bit, and then 13 was maybe the best it's ever been. But then at some point, like things just kind of deteriorated. I think I was focusing on too much on the higher number stuff, like just like flashing focus stuff. And then it kind of was positive initially, but then it didn't fully work, I guess.
Do you mean that kind of your body stopped functioning in a good way, or more your patterns?
I don't know, kind of both. Like, so when I had like good attempts at 13, like even just like beyond a flash, I felt like just like faster, probably because I wasn't going and doing so much like heavy lifting in the gym. Like I was just more recovered for that. But I also wasn't doing as much volume with like 8 and 9, and didn't feel as like consistent with just like base patterns, which I think led to losing some of the feeling when I was trying to like run 11 and 12.
Oh yeah.
And try and get my PBs for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, when you mentioned injuries, and you also mentioned wrist weights, because if I'm not mistaken, you place them around here. Is that correct?
Yeah, like as you'd wear a watch.
Yeah. And where did you get an injury?
So just like, I think maybe tennis elbow is the right term. Or, so
Oh,
just like
yeah,
right
on
in the
the
middle of my
inside.
elbow. Just
Yeah, on the
feels
inside here.
really- Yeah.
Yeah. I
And it
see.
was like, I was training 7 in one hand when I hadn't been doing that before. I was also doing like 5 and 6 in one hand with the wrist weights. Also doing attempts of 14. And like still going to the gym. Like obviously this was going to happen.
Yeah.
I should have seen that coming.
Wow.
Basically changing too many factors at the same time, or increasing the load of your juggling in many aspects at the same time. Yeah. It makes sense.
I was able to, towards the end of that month, I was able to like figure things out and actually get in some good fresh sessions, but like I definitely made a lot of mistakes to get to that point.
Yeah. But I guess since you've been doing all of this weight training, and all of this juggling with the wrist weights, I guess the reason for that is because you've felt a lack of strength and speed to be able to efficiently go for 14. Is that the case?
Yeah, well, my theory going in was like, I probably have the strength and speed to do this if I fully recover, which is not generally what I do. Like week by week, I don't feel like I'm fully recovered. So I was kind of thinking like, let's see if I can bring myself up a little bit to where I've definitely got this in the bag.
Yeah, okay. I see. So that you kind of, now you should be able to have enough strength even though you're not fully recovered. Was that the idea in a way?
Yeah, well, that was kind of the hope. I'm sure it'd still be difficult. Like, I think before then, for 13, like, my attempts weren't very good in the average session. Like, when I wasn't fully recovered, attempts weren't very good. But now I'm at the point where 13 kind of goes all right, just in my regular week. So I definitely gained something from doing that.
Wow, cool.
That's interesting. Why has it ended up being a shift for you now from 12-ball qualified to more a 14-ball flash? And do you think it will stay like that?
Oh no, so this was just June. And like since June, I've picked up 14 maybe on like 5 occasions for just like 10 minutes randomly just to see how it is. And usually it's not good because like I'm not doing it consistently.
Yeah. Do you think practicing 14 has helped you for your 12-ball juggling?
So if you have asked me in like July, just afterwards, I've been like I think so. It's pretty good. At this point, like I'm not sure. I think what I was doing before was just like good enough. Like 13 is probably enough to give me like the extra speed kind of training. Certainly because I was doing 14 in sync, so like it's not even obviously that much harder than 13 in Cascade anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I wonder because 13 asyncs, because you're doing 12 in async, aren't you? Yeah, you are. I want to do it 14 in sync. I wonder if that takes away some of this strength and uses more of your abs and your core maybe. So then maybe I'm not saying that was going to make you worse, but I wonder if 13 would give you more strength than 14 in sync would. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I wonder that as well. It's like when you take away all the rest of the body, like you said, that you use for sync patterns, it's like how much is left. It's like the one.
Yeah.
One thing I have tried more recently is 13 and a 14 async pattern. And
wow.
I was kind of surprised that I actually like had a chance of doing that. I think my best attempt is just dropping 1. And so that made me more excited for 14 because like if I can do this and then make my left hand a little bit faster, then 14 async could be possible at some point down the line, which is way more exciting to me than sync.
Yeah.
That's cool. And are you starting 8? Are you starting 7 in your weak or strong hand? When
the strong hand.
The strong hand. Okay. And if you were to do 14 no matter what 2, 4, 6, 8 number you're doing, do you start with your weak hand and then go into it?
No, always strong hand. Like I have messed around with trying to start with my weak hand, but I can't do it. Like it doesn't work at all.
Cool.
I always start with the weak hand.
Yeah, me too. I was always told to start with my weak hand.
Oh yeah, I was never told, but for me it was because of a mental block where I, for some reason, just I was going to start a pattern, but I just couldn't. But if I just did with my left, it was no issue. And then after a while, it just developed like that.
That's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool.
quite strange. So, Tom, what are you going to do a bit exactly now to get closer to your goal of to qualify the next 2 months, let's say?
Well, so we didn't get fully up to the current date, so I guess I'll recap the last like month or two. So I was trying to just go back to my previous training more or less, keep everything consistent, and just try and get in like unbroken actual training. I got ill like 6 weeks ago. That was really annoying. I think it was coronavirus, and that put me back a bit. But I have had some like good practices recently. Like there were 2 attempts of 22 throws that were pretty close. And then today I had a session a few hours ago. I got 24 throws for the first time.
Whoa,
wow.
Congrats.
Good stuff, Thomas.
Yeah.
Like I touched all of them. There was a minor collision that I think threw it off. Like one ball was like slightly to one side.
Wow.
But, like it feels really good. So my plan for like the next few weeks, obviously there's Christmas, which is going to like break things up a little bit. But it's just to like, you know, be consistent, keep doing what I'm doing. I'll probably like take away some of the gym stuff and try and just be really recovered to get in a few like really good sessions. But I think I'm fairly happy with how I'm training, to be honest.
Wow.
You think you might get
It
it
would
before
be so. It will be so cool. It will be so cool.
Do you think you might get it before the end of the year?
I don't know. Like before today, I would have said no for sure. But like it could happen. I think there's a good chance I'll get like 21, 22 catches in the next month. But I wouldn't want to say I'd get a qualifying.
Yeah.
Are you actively going for the 24 throws, or would you also do like 22 or?
Yeah, my mindset is to get 22 throws.
Okay.
But sometimes it just kind of happens.
Yeah. Okay. I would find it extremely difficult to not become greedy on the last throws. I know from experience with 8 clubs, like I've done 12 catches sometimes, but for me to kind of go for 14 catches instead of 16, it's difficult. You know, I want it all in a way, even though I probably should go more actively for like 14 catches. So that's impressive that you're able to take more small steps. I think that's clever in the long run.
I don't know. I think it might just be like the level I'm at, because usually it's that I just keep running the pattern until it falls apart, basically, until like the timing makes it such that I can't get out more throws. Yeah. And I think that just happens to be like 2 more throws each time. Like I think it just happens to go that way.
I see.
With lower numbers, I think, yeah, you can just end up like throwing them all on the floor, essentially.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, that is cool and exciting.
Thank you so much, Tom. It was great to finally get a follow-up on how it has been going. And we're for sure going to talk with you in not the too long distant future to see how it's going on. And hopefully you'll get it. We will, at least me and Lewis, we believe in you.
Yeah, we believe you, boss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
Talk to you soon.
Nice.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Everyone.
Boom. Da-da-da.
Hello, Erik. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good. Now it's quite a long time since last time we spoke to you regarding like the 14 ball flash journey that you started. And I know at least between that time, at least one thing that you achieved was to become the first person ever to do 12 balls in a competition. How was that?
Yeah, that was really a really epic kind of experience, because I was competing in your numbers juggling competition twice, 2 years before, and I never even flashed 11. So my mindset was first on flashing 11, but then I was standing there next to Tom Whitfield, one of my biggest role models, in front of an audience. So yeah, it really felt like an opportunity to perform my skills in numbers. So yeah, it was very epic, and I'm still thinking about it every now and then, how cool it was.
Yeah, and 14 catches as well, right after.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah. Me neither. Okay, so Erik, at least from looking at the previous episode that you were a part of, one could really see that kind of the throws became lower and lower and lower when you did a flash. but at least I've seen some more recent clips where you have gathered more balls, and now I see a tendency of that the pattern doesn't fall down as much as it used to. Do you feel the same?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the loss of the height in the throws have been something that kind of prevented me from being able to collect the pattern. So it's been really a main focus to improve the height, and like that's the main focus. So even in the warm-up, I'm trying to do runs with 12 in sync, runs with 10, and then when I get up to 14, I always try to maintain the height, even with 12 and 10. So I try to make it a habit throughout the whole session. Yes.
Good stuff. Also, from Luce's analysis, it seemed like your right hand was doing quite good, but you did a lot of mistakes with the release for your left hand. Have you done anything specific to try to resolve this issue with your left hand?
Yeah, like I have a special way how I grip the 7 balls in my right hand with my pointing finger or with my pinky. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. And I try to kind of make it the same with my left hand, because I wasn't really... It was a good way to have a firm grip around the second ball that I release, and it was usually the second ball that was flying out too early together with the third one. So yeah, my focus to improve my left hand grip was to try to grab it a bit more with my pinky, so I could have like that it actually could stay even when I was releasing the first one. And then yeah, so I try to make the grip the same in my left as in my right. I try to make it the same. Yeah,
so you made the grip more equal, and then did you also practice a lot more just doing 7 in your left hand? Or yeah, you did? Yeah.
I hadn't even flashed 7 in my left hand before, I think it was July this summer. Like,
no,
I was
really
practicing. I find it way more fun to just do the both hand pattern. So I hadn't tried it enough, I guess. But yeah, I put some work into it before EJC and afterwards. So yeah, I think that was very beneficial for the development. So yeah.
I think so as well, especially seeing how different the results were on your left hand compared to right hand while trying 14. One could really see that you would benefit a lot from spending more time on 7 in your left hand, even though, of course, this wouldn't achieve your goal, but it will improve you in general.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to see. What is what's your main focus now forward to try to achieve this 14 ball flash?
Like at the moment, it's been like the last months, it's been a bit challenging to maintain the, the amount of training sessions since I'm doing the last year in gymnasium, which is like, we have something called gymnasium in Sweden. That's like the school you study in before university. And it's quite intense now the last year. So I haven't had that many real sessions. I had some in Munich. I was there on a juggling convention.
At the juggling convention. Yeah, I think I saw some of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was lots of fun. And then I hadn't practiced it for like a month. But surprisingly, I hadn't lost that much of the technique. So like even though I'm not practicing that much at the moment, I still feel like I haven't lost as much or
just
as much as I should. Yeah. And my goal, I guess, if I want to make, I still have some, how am I supposed to explain? Like there is still a small margin from where I am at the moment to the level I need to get the flash, like the technical level, the technical ability. So in order to reach this technical ability, in order to move the last meters on the road, I gotta try to maintain a more intense training schedule. And for now, I'm not sure like when I'm gonna be able to do that. I will have more time after Christmas. So then I hope to get back in shape. Like, it's not really that clear at the moment, but try to train more, of course. Yeah.
Amazing. Lewis, do you have any other questions you want to ask?
I don't. I just think you're awesome, Erik.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Erik, for answering this call and being a part of this podcast. And we're so excited to see your journey. We have already seen a lot of improvement, and for sure, I think it's going to continue. That you're going to level up, and hopefully, in short time or maybe some months, maybe during next summer, who knows, we might see the first ever 14-ball flash in sync. That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
All right. Thank you for taking this call, and see you soon.
My pleasure. Yeah.